This is a Starsky&Hutch, the 21st Century Environment Explorers video. If you do like it, would you please subscribe, and hope you enjoy the videos we're making for you now.
Hi, I'm Sam, a local lobster fisherman. Here we have a male and a female lobster, just caught fresh today. So this one here is the male. You can see the tail is a bit thinner than the females. And the other thing you can notice is the claws on the male are quite a bit larger. The reason the female's tail is wider because she holds all these lovely eggs. So these aren't quite ready to hatch yet, and the reason we bring them in and we don't keep them at sea is because we've got a lobster hatchery here at North Berwick, and this will go to the hatchery and have the eggs hatched there.
And you can tell by the colour of the eggs that they're near to hatch because they're going to lighter brown, yes? Because when they're first they're the dark black.
That's right, and what will happen as these get closer and closer to hatching, they swell up and they become almost red, and we call it, when they're at that stage, we call them a buried hen.
Right. Okay.
And the reason the hatchery is such a good thing for the environment here is that when these eggs are hatched and you've got the little tiny lobsters, they're basically plankton floating around in the water body, and when the hatchery takes those, they grow them until they become heavy enough to sink to the seabed.
Okay.
So they're far more likely to survive.
Because if you didn't do this, they probably wouldn't survive. So this is it.
Well,
your odds now are surviving a lot.
Yeah, it's the odds. How many of these eggs here will survive to becoming a lobster?
Right.
It's not a lot. I wouldn't want to make a guess.
How many would you say roughly would be there?
It's thousands and thousands.
Thousands of eggs.
If not, maybe hundreds. It's immense how many.
Right.
Once these eggs are gone inside here, or part of the tail, you've got the roe, which then next year when this casts its new shell, they bring them out and do it again.
Right.
The eggs can be there for 2 years.
How many years? Is it every year of their life they produce? Or?
It's every year the lobster casts its old shell off.
Right.
So during the growing process of a lobster, once the shell's cast, they also mate, and they also, after the eggs are hatched, a female will most likely cast her old shell. She won't do it during the time she's got her eggs because she can't. So, and as a lobster gets older, they'll do it every year, but as they get bigger, they'll maybe do it every 2 years. So it changes a fair bit.
What is the main predator for them? What's their worst thing in life?
Themselves, probably.
They really go for each other, do they?
Other crustaceans will go for them when they're soft, and they're very, very vulnerable, and the shell is actually like jelly. They're probably anything's fair game for them. Seals and things would probably go for them. A seal wouldn't go for them at the moment with the claws. Or I think it would be a rare thing to happen, but I think themselves and crabs and other crustaceans are probably the
worst enemies.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
Appreciate it.